Join with me, it's Darky Dad, and we're on the test server, actually checking out Morbius, and you and I have come to a very similar conclusion recently that probably Hela's the best on this team, better than Mortar, right?
Yeah, I think she is better, and she, at the very least, she opens up a lot more doors for this team to be used.
Yeah, so we're going to play 4 matches right now. We're going to play against Heroes for Hire, we're going to play against Web Warriors, we're going to play against Young Avengers, and New Warriors, and I'm confident in saying that I should win all 4 of those matches. Punch acrosses.
I hope so, or we're both gonna be laughing like little schoolgirls.
Yeah, so, yeah. But okay. So I think that why don't we just do this team, because this is what it's designed for. I mean, this team is pretty much designed to defeat Heroes High. I mean, it's almost laughable that the way the kit reads, right? Like,
yeah,
who just delete Heroes for Hire. I mean, and what's your take on this team? It's good, but I'm worried about it. I don't know how to explain that. Like, the matches are not really like clean, right? They feel like if it was a punch up, it'd be sloppy, right?
Yeah, they're not very convincing. And right now, the team you're facing is gonna throw this off a little bit, because you're gonna obviously attack the Luke Cage with your Morbius to get the disrupt on him,
right? And
then you have free reign. The second somebody puts Luke Cage in one of the 3 center spots,
correct,
you can't put disrupt on him,
correct.
Otherwise, you're not get trauma on everybody.
So basically, this is probably going to end putting Luke Cage on the end, and people are going to probably switch places with like Iron. Basically, you're going to put, because you want this to work, because this is where you get you want because I want to be able to put the disrupted and chain this way, but if you put Luke Cage in the middle somewhere, the whole team gets thrown off, right?
Yeah. Okay. You have to pick someone on the edges. You have to.
All right, I'm just gonna do the middle and bleed and just do this way. All right, see, they all. So we got trauma plus heal block, which is the death sentence, basically, to right. I mean, that is the death sentence to Heroes for Hire. Once they get into yellow, then the charges just evaporate off of them, right?
Yeah, you're just spreading the love, making sure all of them are dropping.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna. You can see that Sung Chi already has no more charges on him, and he's in yellow. So I'm gonna use the middle ability right here and just blow him up, or try to blow him up.
I actually found Elsa's basic is one of my favorite abilities on this team right now. For all the matches you're gonna show, it shrews through so many death proofs, deflects, and dodges along the way.
Okay. Get rid of those dots. That gets rid of all the. Look at that.
All the death proofs are gone.
Yeah, the death proof. Hela and death proof is quite amazing, actually. And then Greg True Meter. So I'm just gonna go like this, get him down into yellow, and then do you think we're gonna be able to punch up with this team? Heroes for Hire.
It's so hard to. It feels so volatile. But even when it is volatile, it really just comes down to, you might lose Ghost Rider, you might lose Morbius and Hela, but if Voodoo hits his ultimate, then all of a sudden half of the board is just gone, and the rest no longer has charges, and Elsa or whoever else is left will come and clean it up. So even though it feels bad, I've not lost with it yet.
I have not. So okay, I have not lost a Heroes for Hire match at all, and we've been doing punch across, slight punch downs. It's been fine. Now let's do Web Warriors, and the reason why I want to do Web Warriors is because I believe almost everybody's got Web Warriors on defense, and I'm starting to see some chunky Web Warriors, like big teams, right? And it seems to be like if they dodge everything 100% of the time, it's just like, well, that's not fair, right? I'm sure you've had that happen to you before. It's just like, why did they dodge everything? So I have not lost a Web Warriors match with this team.
I did lose one, but it was literally what you just said. It was everything was dodged. Literally everything was dodged, and I was just flabbergasted. I think maybe one Elsa passive hit. So, I mean, at the most extreme RNG, it can go bad. That's going to be true for any matchup against Web Warriors.
Yeah, so the reason why this team works is because Elsa will follow up attack if they dodge. But sometimes they dodge the dodge part. You know what they dodge the her passive even, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to go for, let's see, Spider-Gwen. It doesn't matter. We're going to get Turn Meter, right? She's going to counterattack Greg. That's great. All right, here she missed. Now they put Miles in a weird spot. Also, I think Miles needs to be in one of the middle 3 spots so the chain won't work. So again, team positioning matters here. So this is not optimal team positioning right here, but I've seen this, all of them miss, like 100% of these miss before. Actually, 3 of them hit, so that's not bad. All right. Let's just focus on, I always go for, who do you go for? I always just try to get whoever, I mean, I try to pick out, I try to pick off whoever is lowest, but I go for Gwen first.
Yeah, exactly what you just said. She's your number 1 option.
There you go.
And if she's just dodging everything, you take what you can get.
Yeah, like whoever goes into yellow first is whoever you go after, is kind of like, and if it's, hopefully it's her, but it's not always her. Okay, so this is like really like, looks like it's going pretty easily. All right, we got Hela. All right, so now we can see that Spider-Punk is in red, so we'll just go after him.
And the best part about Hela in this matchup is, even though you have those slows from Spider-Man, the Greg is kind of rebalancing the matchup. So you're still going to be able to go before the Web Warriors run a train on you.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that double tap from Elsa, right? Because they both dodged, right? And then Voodoo will cleanse all the negative stuff off. Very nice. Like, even if he's blinded, you want to use that, I found. You see, because he's got a cleanse even if he's blinded. Okay. So I've not lost this matchup. I think it's, but you know, and I do see this on defense. I'm gonna guess that probably a punch up is possible.
I think so.
I think there's a punch up is gonna be possible. Let's go Young Avengers now. The thing, Young Avengers, this Young Avengers matchup will not work if you use Mordo, and that has to do with that because of Greg. Your Morbius goes before Echo goes, because when Echo goes, she puts up the 2 evasions, and then basically you're dead in the water because you cannot get the disrupted on Ms. Marvel.
Yes.
Okay, so we came to the same conclusion independently, which is interesting. The thing about this team though is that, again, most people are putting Ms. Marvel on the end, but the best way to do it is to put her in the middle again. This is going to ruin everybody, right? Everybody's going to stop putting tanks on the end after this, right?
Oh, for sure. If you go up to, well, I guess we can't because play does. But there's another option where there's Squirrel Girl on one end, Miss Marvel beside her,
yes,
and then Chavez Echo over on the left end, if you will. And that kind of makes you choose between picking Squirrel Girl for the disrupt or picking Miss Marvel for the disrupt. And then you have the chance, just like with Heroes for Hire, that Morbius isn't hitting the entire team.
Maybe we'll play those matches too. It's kind of interesting team play, because not putting the tank on the ends really throws this team off, right? And I know you and Bacon did that on yours. Maybe I have to play up against yours, and then it doesn't play the same. Okay, so we're doing the same thing right here. So this is going to have Ms. Marvel on the end. And what I found is I could one-shot Kate with Ghost Rider, which you haven't seen yet.
No, I was going for Squirrel Girl, so I'm interested to see how this plays out.
Okay.
Because Kate is obviously squishier. I can imagine how it would work.
Okay, so again, not putting Ms. Marvel on the end would throw this strategy off. She is on the end. Now, what happens if you don't run Hela and you run Mordo right here, you get screwed. So basically here, I attack anybody but Kate. So I get the counterattack, right, and get the turn meter. There we go. But if Echo goes, attack anybody but Echo, rather. But if Echo goes before Morbius, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it falls apart. You're not going to get to stun or blind anyone that Mordo would be able to do. So he's just completely useless in this matchup.
Okay, so this is what I found right here. Now, is that I can one-shot Kate with Ghost Rider's ultimate. He's got awesome.
No vulnerable.
There you go.
Ooh,
right? Like, and then for me, so this matchup just got like a million times easier. So what I'm going to do is Morbius is going to go, and I'm going to ability block Squirrel Girl, and then Hela's going to be able to spread the ability block.
Yeah, because she'll go before all the Greg deaths.
Yeah. All right, so why do we hit all 3? All right. Now,
and Greg here as well, giving that offense up when he dies right away, which is probably what's letting your Ghost Rider kill the Kate right away.
Yep. And yeah. And so I don't think that this is a hard counter, and this is a sketchy as all get out match. I think I win 60-70% of the time. I may not win right now, by the way. But I think I win 60-70% of the time. But this matchup is, I would not do this matchup in War. Because on War, you want to win, right? You don't want a 80% win rate. You want a 100% win rate. You know, you want to have, you don't want to take an L, a 20% chance at a loss, right? At least I don't anyways. You want to get the W no matter what. And I don't feel like this is a
sure to win.
Yeah, sure win. I mean, right? I mean, Squirrel Girl, you can see where they're gonna bleed out, right?
I'm worried about these death proofs on the Squirrel Girl.
Well, here's the thing: is Morbius is going right now. Morbius right here is gonna do in his ultimate, and this will run through the death proofs. Yeah. Look at that. So this is a pretty I feel like it's there you go. That was pretty solid right there. Punch across seemed really simple. And then New Warriors are very interesting too. Let's see, we got to find a New Warriors team. I think probably if you're not going to use this on Heroes for Hire, I think New Warriors is the best. Does not work on internals.
No, not even close.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to back out and go down here. And you have an interesting Dorky Dad. You have an interesting New Warriors team. We're going to go up against that. Where you're using Emma instead of Deathpool. What you typically, you're running Deathpool on Doomhood, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah, I will give you a word of warning here. With the version you're about to fight, Emma is going to make Dagger go first, and Shuri is also might give energy to Dagger. If Dagger gets that energy in Ult's turn 1, you're going to be screwed.
Okay.
So instead of Hela, you almost want to match the Emmas here.
Okay. So I want to back up what he just said. The non-Emma versions almost felt like auto wins.
Yes, absolutely. Non-Emma versions are auto win.
The non-Emma versions of New Warriors felt like auto wins. But this version, actually, I remember playing up against it, and I was like, "Ooh, this is problematic." But I think I pulled it off. It played out well, but it was sketchy at times. I kind of actually want to show how it falls apart. This team doesn't have a lot of sustain, really. I mean, all the sustain is from Dr. Voodoo, and Dr. Voodoo comes so late, and it doesn't he doesn't really save them. They don't have the sustain like other teams. They don't have like a passive amount of sustain.
Yeah, and sorry, I misspoke. Even if she gets energy, she's gonna miss because she's gonna have blind here. What I meant to say is there is a resist check. I've had Cloak resist the blind, and then he ults, and then that's a problem if there's an Emma.
All right. Let's see what we got here. But
Yeah, but you're just going to tear through them here.
Yeah, this is just going to run over them. Let's do that.
There goes Emma. She's going to bleed out to that.
Yeah, and then it doesn't really matter what we do here. We're just going to get out of here. I'm going to let them bleed out. I'm going to go over here.
Look at that damage. I love
Oh, my God.
Elsa.
Dude, what? Hey, Shuri, thanks for playing. Oh, my God. Oh my God!
It looks like he did get the energy there and ulted and all missed because.
Hey, look at this. Let's do this. Let's spread that. Yeah. Oh, look at this, and it's over. So I think this is like an extreme hard. I mean, I think using this team against New Warriors is a good idea. Like Young Avengers, I think you could do it, but I want to show you Young Avengers in Heroes Hire where the tank is not on the end. Right, because it makes it entirely differently, and so right here we've got Heroes for Hire, and Luke Cage is not on the end on your team. Is that correct?
I think he's shoved in the middle. He should probably be in one of the back slots.
I don't see him. You can't tell.
I don't think you can tell.
Oh, you can tell right here.
Oh, you can tell there.
Yeah,
Okay,
so you're not in the middle. So this makes the match a lot worse. And so if you're watching this video now, getting ready for Dark Hunters, because I think people are going to develop Dark Hunters just for the Pestilence event.
Yes. And actually, to your point earlier, you said Web Warriors are getting bigger. I think people are building them up too. If they're skipping Dark Hunters, they're doing that for the Scourge event. So Dark Hunters being usable against Web Warriors is good for that as well.
Yeah. Okay, so this match is going to be a lot harder because Luke Cage is going to be in one of the middle slots, and the chain from Morbius is not going to work as well. All right, so they get the blinds and they take a million turns. It's kind of, you have to sit here and just watch the AI play with itself.
Kind of satisfying though, isn't it? Watching all their opening turns get whiffed.
God, Heroes for Hire, man. I still think it's a garbage team. I mean, I really do. Like the way that it's just. Ugh.
They had to develop a whole new mechanic to take care of it.
All right, so there's two ways you could do this. You could attack Colleen and get the turn meter, but the problem though is they get a death and then you get offense down.
Yes, Voodoo counteracts that by giving offense up for the Dark Hunters, but yeah, same.
Yeah, so I'm not going to attack Colleen. I'm just going to swipe on Luke Cage, you know. All right, so here's the problem is because it's going to chain, and it's going to chain either to the left or the right. And actually, I don't know how to play this, so you're going to have to walk me through this. Oh, so the chain to the right way.
Yeah, you're going to win this one because it chained the right way.
See, but if it would have chained the other way, it would have went bad. So I'm going to just bleed these three right down the middle right here. Why not?
Yeah, you're probably going to win this. You know what's probably going to be the most optimal Heroes for Hire lineup now is going to be what it is now, except swap Colleen and Misty. So that Colleen remains that the pinging threat, and she's going to keep all her charges. Or even Shang-Chi swapped with Misty. It's going to be interesting to see what people do. I think you're going to pick somebody on the corner, and you're going to take them regardless if one of them is Luke Cage or not.
Yeah, look at this spread right here. Do I want to spread? You get rid of the death proofs? Yeah. It doesn't matter what's the spread right here.
Yeah.
All right, look at that. All right, so this went well, but I don't think it would have went well if it would have chained to her at all. And now we do have to deal with this. But this is where the match seems super sketch. Like we were talking about this beginning, that it just it doesn't feel like it's not going to feel like Weapon X. That's for sure. I don't think. All right, so this is where Dr. Voodoo does his ultimate and kind of saves the team, heals them up, gets rid of all the negative effects, and you're back in it. But up until that point, it actually can feel pretty bad.
Yeah, it can feel like it's spiraling out of control. It's very fortunate that the times you've done the fight in this video, it's gone super smooth.
Yeah, I still have not lost this match.
Yeah, I've had it look bad. But it looks good with what you're doing here. Like your Dark Hunters are, full life. So it doesn't get much better than that.
Okay, and then we're going to go and play against Young Avengers. Again, I don't know if I would recommend this team for Young Avengers, even though I've been able to win probably 3/4 of the time. In war, you want to win. You don't want to...
Yeah, and you also got to take into account the focus, right? Morbius gets with 300% extra focus because of 4 city hero enemies. In the Young Avengers, there's only 2, so he's not as likely to flip everything in the live as he is for mobile right here because we have basically balanced out characters, right? At 4 red, 7 yellow, so his focus is in line with these older characters. May not be the case for you on the live server.
Correct. Yes, because probably people are going to have lopsided teams where their Ghost Rider is a Ghost Rider and Elsa are going to be stronger than Voodoo, and Hela is going to be stronger, right? I mean, people are when the team comes out, everybody's going to have lobs. Okay, so here's the thing: is now attack anybody here but Echo. Or actually, I thought it was Greg's turn. See, it's going to chain one way or the other. So if it chains to the left, I have to go after Squirrel Girl. If it chains to the right, I can go after Kate.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see how it goes. It changed to the left. So we're going to go after Squirrel Girl, right? I mean, we have to pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, so and Squirrel Girl has more HP than Kate, so I can't one-shot her, but I can knock her down. But then the problem is then she gets a whole bunch of death proofs and gets kind of annoying and all that other stuff, right?
Yeah, turn meter and all that. But I think if only one character gets dropped to yellow, your entire team will still go before Squirrel Girl does her special. Because she's going to get energy when she drops.
All right, we're going to ability block her with Dr. Voodoo.
There you go. Basic.
All right, basic attack here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, or you think that's better than the middle?
Yeah, because she has at least 2 stacks of death proof right now.
Okay.
The basic should read through it.
Nice! I'm the best.
You're the best.
All right. So now we get to spread all this stuff. Yeah, look at that. That looks so juicy, man. Hela really makes this team so much better. Look at that.
Yeah.
Hela spread all those blinds. We would be dead right now. And this is going to give... See, now this is great. Dr. Voodoo goes, and he's going to clear all the negative effects. Should I go after Ms. Marvel or focus on Kate? I don't know.
I would go for Echo at this point.
All right, Echo? All right, we'll do it.
Yeah. And every time it's Greg, well, I guess Greg's only getting one more turn. I'd throw it at somebody else to refresh your offense up. But now that you have that immunity from the Dr. Voodoo ultimate, you're pretty much golden. Kate's not going to be putting blinds on you.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to swipe these 3 here. All right, why not? Get some bleeds out there. Might as well just hit all 3 of them here also. We're just getting a lot of bleeds. All right. Greg is gone. All right. Let's hit all 3 again.
This is devastating damage.
Yeah, I know. Like, there we go. All right. Boy, I feel like I should just take out her right when I can. Might as well not get greedy with it. There you go. And then now we've got a 2 versus 4 situation. So there you go. I think the best version of the team, without a doubt, is Hela. And this seems to play pretty well right here. I mean, we didn't take an L anywhere. I actually thought we were going to take some L's today, and we didn't.
I was worried about Web Warriors. I was worried you were going to get that same perfect storm RNG I got, and we'd both be sitting here like, but no, it went great. And Hela, especially the Greg part, right? Greg really shows what he brings to this team.
All right, so yay or nay on the team? I think this is, for me, I prefer war offense teams over war defense teams. Plus, I'm going to be able to use them on unlocking Morgan, so this is kind of a no-brainer team in my opinion. Like, this is not a skippable team for me.
No, I love this team. And yeah, for us at the upper echelons of war, this really kind of fixes some of the matchmaking math that we have. So for us, I mean, this is a no-brainer. And I will say, for people that don't want to build them up to like 800k, you may not be able to take on Hero for Hires that are max build or Young Avengers that are built up, but there's still a lot of other options. Basically, any team that spawns with defense up, Morbius gets to do his ultimate through and just tear through. So
yeah, and I think they can slice through pretty much any team except for like Infinity Watch. I don't think they're going to work against Eternals. I don't think they're going to do anything against Dormammu. I mean, we didn't get to test against it, but I know that those like so they're not going to take on. But I don't see people putting Infinity Watch on defense, so I don't see that very often. But Eternals I see on defense quite a bit. Yeah. Actually, not as much though, not always, but I do see them, right? So, and I think that it's just the consistency of the team is just much better with Hela than it is Mordo, and I have and the turn meter is just amazing. All right,
yeah, I love it.
Head over to Dorky's dad's channel. You got a similar video testing out this team. Anything you want to say before we go?
No, hey, as always, thank you so much for having me on, Mr. Mobile.
Mr. Mobile, okay, Mr. Boomer. All right, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming.
I popped a couple pills, but they don't do much, and now I take Prozac in the morning with some other stuff. But why did I get into this? I feel like this is all a dream.